Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, I'd like to talk about syllables, how we break down words for pronunciation, what syllable stress means and what it does for pronunciation and vowel sounds, and give you just a little bit of a tutorial for using the dictionary as well as encountering new words, how to correctly pronounce them, using tools and resources to help you understand syllables and pronunciation. So I have several videos on this channel and in my online courses talking about syllable stress. I always like to use the word banana to teach the syllable stress, just because it's a very clear example of how we break down words and what happens to vowel sounds in syllables. So in the word banana, you see we have the letter A 3 times, but we only say a clear vowel, the A vowel, in this middle syllable. That syllable has the primary stress. The other syllables in the word banana have no stress, and they sound like the sound. So if I were to spell the word banana in a way that more matched the sounds, it would have a schwa, ba, and then it would have the na syllable, and then another schwa, banana. So in American English, this is how we pronounce banana. And the middle syllable is longer, and it has the clear vowel. The first and last syllables are shorter in duration, and they have reduced vowels that sound like banana, banana. They show this in the dictionary by putting a stress marker before the stress syllable. Some dictionaries will put breaks between the syllables to show you where the syllables break. Some do not. Many people often ask me, where does a word break into syllables? The rule is that a syllable has to have at least a vowel sound. So it can either have just a vowel, it can have a vowel and a consonant and a vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant. Those are basically what a syllable can have. But this is more about, has more to do with spelling and rather than pronunciation, because in a word like banana, or any word, I'm not really breaking between the syllables. When I say banana, banana, I don't have a stop even though my second syllable starts on the n sound. I go in and out of those vowels and consonants clearly. And this often comes up when there's an R in the word, because people want to know whether that R sound is on the syllable at the end of the syllable or the beginning of the syllable. There are some places where it makes a slight difference in pronunciation, but basically you need to be able to move smoothly in and out of vowel and consonant sounds. In connected speech, the syllables have more to do with the stress patterns and less to do with where the word breaks. So I wouldn't be too concerned about breaking up a word. If it's helpful for you to see it syllable by syllable, that's a great way to slow down and make sure that you're getting the correct stress and the correct vowel sounds. But generally speaking, attacking the word, breaking it down, you need to be able to put it back together smoothly and say all of the syllables in sequence. So that's something to consider when you're wondering about how to break apart a word. Let's look at another word for another example. So I want to talk about the words concept and conceptualize, because they show a good example that many words do this, where we have a different pronunciation depending on where the stress lies. So in concept, we're stressing on the first syllable. You can see that here by the mark in the dictionary before the con. And letter O is going to say the ah vowel. So often in a stressed syllable, letter O says ah, like in hot or job. That's the most common pronunciation for letter O in a stressed syllable. And so I'll rewrite that here with AH, con. And then my sept syllable, it does have a clear vowel but it's going to be shorter in duration. So concept. I do have the vowel there, but it's not reduced to a schwa, but it's also not as long as in the first syllable concept. That's a good concept. But then when we move to conceptualize, you can hear how the sep syllable now is stressed. That vowel is going to be longer, and instead of having the letter O say ah like in concept, now it's going to be a schwa sound, and it's going to sound like kun. I might even write it as just kn, conceptualize. It's so short it almost has no vowel. It's very reduced. So conceptualize. Now my sep syllable is going to be the one that's stretched and longer, And then I have my conceptualize. So my purpose for this video is not so much to break down and help you with the details of pronunciation of these words, but to look at it more in the light of the syllable stress and how we can have something like concept, but here we have conceptualize. This happens in many different families of words, and so it's useful to be able to look at the dictionary and see, okay, I see the stress syllables here, I see the line before the stress, and that's going to help me know which syllable to hold longer and where my clear vowel lies. Often in longer words, as I'm teaching the pronunciation of them, I'll suggest that you start on the stress syllable, like conceptualize, because that often helps you be able to make that reduced first syllable, have that reduced vowel, and hear the rhythm, be able to use the correct rhythm and the correct vowel sounds. So our channel member requested how to break down this word, Mitzelpitlik. I do have a video for that if anyone's interested. Basically, this is a made-up word. It's a name. But looking at something like this, where would the syllables lie? So in order to be able to pronounce this, we have to insert some vowel sounds because we can't just say consonants. The name is probably created to be challenging or interesting. And so to pronounce this one, to put in the reduced I vowels, mix is pitlik, and the pronunciation will have the stress on the second to last syllable because that is a common pattern. In many words, it's the penultimate or the second to last syllable that gets stressed. Not always, not 100%, but that is one of the patterns you can look for in English, and that's what's applied here in this made-up word, that we have reduced, stressed, and reduced vowels. So even though we have the I vowel throughout, the schwa, the sound, and the I are both often used as reduced vowels in shorter syllables. And in this case, and they can also both have a stressed version. In the case of schwa, we have a different symbol for the stressed schwa. In the case of I, we have the same symbol. It's just held for a longer duration. So it's going to be a short mix, yiz, and then a longer pit, and then a short lick. Mix, yiz, pit, lick. So kind of a funny made-up word, but still the same rules apply, where we're going to have that longest syllable has the clear I, pit, with a longer I sound. These others are going to have that short, reduced vowel. So I hope this tutorial helped you understand a little bit more about syllables. You can learn more about word stress and syllables in my intonation playlist, as well as in my American Accent 6-week course. I walk you through everything you need to know about syllable stress and how it affects word pronunciation. In that course, of course, I also talk about the stress patterns within sentences, how to know which words to stress, and just looking at intonation generally and why it's important for being well understood when speaking English. So you can check that out on our website, speechmodification.com. It's our American Accent 6-week course. I hope you'll check it out. Of course, you can also learn quite a bit here in our free videos on the channel. Check out our intonation playlist to learn more about pronunciation, syllable stress, and stress patterns in sentences and in conversation. I'll be back tomorrow with a Word of the Day class, and on Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. You can attend, type your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. You can also ask questions by leaving comments. I do go through those and get back to you, cover your questions in future videos. And if you'd like to get a quicker response time, you can consider joining as a channel member. It's a great way to support speech modification and to get a little bit of some additional perks. So if you're interested in that, click the join button and you can learn more about the extra perks for channel members. Thanks so much for those of you who are channel members, and I do appreciate your support, as well as those of you who have subscribed to the channel. It's wonderful to have so many of you here coming back day after day for our Word of the Day videos. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave questions and comments below. Like, share, and comment. All of those things help the channel to grow, and I truly appreciate your support. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.